really short video on an issue with a PLA print that does not stick to the bed. I have this happen a lot. Well, first let's go ahead and ask Perplexity, which I love to go to AI to at least use it as a starting point to try to figure out how to solve a problem. Perplexity is one that I really like to use for more current things because it'll go out and search the web. I think some of the other ones are starting to do that too, but I like to use Perplexity. And this is the free version. I don't have a paid version. So I will ask Perplexity, what are the causes of PLA prints pulling up from a print bed, and how can I correct that issue? And Perplexity will go out and take a look at some places on the website. I'll kind of tell you where it's going to, where it's pulling from. And here you go. Causes of PLA prints pulling up from the print bed. Poor bed adhesion, incorrect bed leveling, dirty print bed, incorrect bed or nozzle temperature, improper first layer settings, cooling too fast, environmental factors, or large or sharp cornered prints. And this last one is really what I've found to be one that's pretty easy to take care of, as is bed temperature. Usually I run my bed temperature at about 55 degrees Celsius for PLA prints, and for the larger ones, it seems like maybe that's not high enough, so I bump it up to 60. And that's an easy fix. In addition to doing probably one of the things that it'll tell us to do next. How to correct it, level the bed. I have a Bambu X1 carbon, which you can hear now. It is going through its paces to start a print. So it is doing the print bed leveling and all the calibration. So that's usually not too big of a problem. Sometimes if my print plate gets a little out of whack, that might be an issue. And certainly if the surface isn't clean, that could be an issue. Generally what I will find is with large prints like this, especially when I'm printing things like a Gridfinity base plate or a large Gridfinity bin, if I use mouse ears around the corners, that will help hold it down. Now we'll go into Bambu Studio here and we'll look at what a mouse ear is. So this is the particular plate that we are having the issue with here. It's Peppa Pig Bank. And as you can see, it's actually on the P1S, but if I move it over to the X1 carbon, it takes up a sizable portion of the plate. And what I found with my printer is that the temperature isn't necessarily consistent all the way around the entire bed. So it might be, if I have it set to 55 in the middle, it'll be 55, but out towards the edges, it might be a little bit lower. And so that can cause some bed adhesion issues. So increasing the bed temperature can certainly help with that. But one of the things that is a pretty easy fix in Bambu Studio and presumably other slicers is to put mouse ears, or what they call Brim ears. So if you look, we can select the print here, and up on our toolbar here all the way at the end we have Brim ears. So you can hit E to pull up the Brim ears menu. And what that does is, I'll just move it around here, it will create, I'll zoom in because they're kind of small, but you can see there's a little circle here. And this little circle is what they call a Brim ear. So I will put that on there, and what that does is basically just gives a little more area for the print to adhere, especially on corners. Small areas like this can come in very handy on these large prints. Even these little Brim ears can really help hold the print down. So what I would do in this case, just undo that one. Let's see what auto-generated points looks like. And you can see, you can click that and it'll put some points on here automatically, basically on exterior corners. Here, here, and here. Generally what I like to do is just kind of get an idea for what the print has printed like and where it's causing issues, and then put Brim ears in that area. Another thing that we can do, and we'll look at that in just a couple minutes, is to put a brim around the entire print. A brim is generally It might be helpful in a large print. I found it to be helpful in a smaller print that has a smaller base, but maybe is taller. As the print gets higher, it's possible that the print head could knock into the print, especially if you get a little piece of filament hanging off there and could knock it over. So sometimes just printing a little brim around the outside of especially a narrow-based but taller print, that might be helpful in this circumstance, so we can give that a try also. But we'll go ahead and put the mouse ears on here as well. I'm going to manually put these on here, and I'm just going to make them a little bit bigger. And you can see we have holes here. You might, you'll want to have to worry a little bit about cleaning these up. But, with the right tools and just a little bit of work, you'll be able to get them off no problem. So basically anywhere where there's an exterior corner or an edge, I'm going to put a Brim air. In looking at the picture, it really did seem to sort of be kind of all over the place. So that's where I would say that the bed temperature will probably help this issue as well. But I'm just going to stick a couple more maybe on some of the interior corners here as well. Here. Maybe one on the nose here. It's just going to give it a little bit more surface to grab onto. And if your settings are good, like these should knock off pretty easy. I'm going to put one here on the edge, put one here. And this may be complete overkill. Again, look at the name of the video channel. If you're in the comments going, man, what is this guy doing? I am a master of none here, folks. I just kind of fumbled my way through these things. I learned a little bit about a little bit. This may or may not work for you. You may or may not think I'm an idiot for putting this many on here. So, but if it works, it works. And, maybe a few fewer of these would work out just fine. So one of the things I do need to point out here, there's a big warning in orange letters. The Brim type is not set to painted, and so the Brim ears will not take effect. Set the Brim type of this object to painted. And this is one of the things I like about Bambu Studios. There's a lot of things that you can just click on, and it will take you to that particular thing. Now, clicking on it in this case just cleared it. But what we want to do is to take care of that, to make sure. So I'll just show you real quick here. We're going to slice this plate, hit the return. You see the Brim ears disappear. I'm going to slice this plate, and actually you can see here, I spoke too soon. The Brim ears actually are on here, and that is likely because when I clicked that hyperlink there, it just went ahead and did it for me, because I think that said what it would do. So you go into the others section here, and if you scroll down here, the Brim type is set to auto, and you want it to be painted. We'll slice this plate again, and you can see the Brim do show up on here. So I sent this video off to the person that had reached out to me and was having the issue with this print not adhering to the plate, and they were able to use the Brim ears and were able to get the print to stick to the plate with no issues. So in this particular case, this solved the problem. Might not work in all cases. Again, it might be a combination of bed temperature, dirty plate, some other issues that could potentially be causing the problem. But I found that in a lot of cases, especially with larger prints that extend out towards the edge of the build plate, this will solve the problem of a high percentage of the time, and it's really easy to implement in Bambu Studio. They make it super easy. So that's all I have for today. I'd sure appreciate it if you'd like and subscribe to the channel. If this video was helpful for you, or if it wasn't so helpful for you, or if you have suggestions for something else that you'd like to see a video on, you have questions that maybe I can answer, I sure appreciate it if you'd leave a comment below, and we can hopefully learn something together. Until next time, thanks for stopping by. We'll see you later.